Welcome to the channel. I'm Lori from the Gen-Xers, and this is our journey to the Villages, Florida. Jeff's going to be popping in and out every now and then, but I'm going to present to you how we found our rental home in the Villages, Florida. We had a lot of requests on our last video. If you haven't seen that, I'll post it up above. How did you find your rental? What websites did you use? Did they provide a golf cart? How do you know before you get there X, Y, or Z? So this video will hopefully answer all those questions for you, so stay tuned. All right, so the first thing I want to go through is a list of things that were in our head for what we wanted to search on when we did find these websites, such as was it going to be furnished or unfurnished? At first, we thought we wanted unfurnished because we want to take our stuff, and so it would just make sense. Then we realized now we're not going to be renting it for a year. We're just going to be there a few months. It was hard, if not impossible, to find an unfurnished home when it's a month-to-month rental. And also, would you really want to move your stuff in and move your stuff out and move your stuff into your next home in that short amount of time? No. So anyway, we went with the furnished version. Also, the payment. How much is it each month? Because it varies greatly if you're there in February, March, and April versus May, June, July, August, September, and then usually October is that first month where they kick up the rent amounts again. So that varies greatly. Also, the ability to find the owners and have them email you back or call you back was a big deal with the different websites that we used. My favorite ones I'll go through with you at the end. I'll tell you why I like them, and the ones that were the least favorite, I'll tell you why they were our least favorite. Also, you can tell, is there a golf cart included? Some of these pictures will have a golf cart picture and others don't, but it'll have in the description whether it has a golf cart or not, and if it's included in the rent or if it's an option and it was extra. Most all of them want you to have renter's insurance on your golf cart. Very few of them said anything about renter's insurance though for the home. Payment methods, not only how much is it, but a lot of the websites had very different, even on the same websites, had very different policies for payment. Terms, yes, thank you. Some of them would say your deposit is due within 3 days of signing or upon signing. 50% of your rent is due within 3 days of signing, 7 days of signing. And the other 50% was due, some of them said 90 days before you move. Some of them said 7 days after signing. But almost all of them were different. So you really got to nail that down and get those details.
Yeah, a lot of the ones that said we want, we're going to rent 4 or 5 months, 3 months, we're not sure, because we were just starting to look at this and they want all of the money up front before you even get to see the property. We kind of
moved on to the next one.
Moved on to the next one is a good way.
Yeah.
We just can't do that. Okay.
All right, so the next thing is storage units, because a lot of people that are going to go down there and rent are going to have some storage stuff, whether they're going to store it back home or take it with them and store it down there. And so I have found some information on 3 new, nice, inside climate-controlled storage units that I'll go through with you at the end as well. There's also an option, although I wasn't interested in this one at all, of renting outside the villages. Didn't even look at that.
No, there's a lot of apartments being built on the outskirts of the villages, though. And a lot of rentals just outside, even some new ones that we found.
Let's see. Some of the policies and payments details say whether they pay the taxes. Some of them say what utilities they cover and what utilities you have to cover. And I have a breakdown of those. On average, amenity fee, of course, is $199 a month. And that, on the ones we saw, the owner covers that. But that's something you have to make sure of.
Has to be spelled out in the lease.
Yeah. And then so for a patio villa, one of the small ones, we have gas, electric, water, sewer, irrigation, trash, lawn care, and Wi-Fi. That amount was about $550. That includes the amenity fee though, just as a side note. So everything's different no matter which house you're in, no matter what if the owner's going to pay for it or you are. It's just great to have that nailed down. And if possible, put it in your lease what they cover and what you have to cover. And then that leaves over cable, the trail fee if you're going to be golfing, renter's insurance, golf cart insurance, and a storage unit fee to consider in your budget. Okay, there is something called a Florida rent tax. Some of the sites we saw said 7% is owed by you if you rent less than 6 months. Mm-hmm. Some of them said if you're there longer than 6 months, the owner will pay that rent tax. A lot of the majority of the houses didn't say anything about that. So again, make sure that that's discussed and clear, and so there's no surprises.
Right.
Let's see, $50 for the resident card. That's just a one-time thing. And if there's 2 of you, you still only need 1. So it's just a $50. You go to a rec center and they print it out for you. So you can get through the gates and stuff and take it to the pool. Mm-hmm. And then, let's see, I said this before, but prices greatly vary depending on if you're there in the winter months or summer months. Very rarely did we see a house that was the same amount of rent every single month. That was only found on a year-long rental.
Right.
So if you're not going to be in a 12-month lease, expect that to change month to month. Okay, let's move on to the websites.
Okay.
So there are about 5 that I kept checking on. And I had my favorite and I had my least favorite. What should I start with?
I'd start with the least favorite.
The least favorite. Mm-hmm. Ooh, there's 2 of them. Okay.
The 2 least favorite.
All right. Well, the bottom of the rung was Zillow.
Right.
That one is hardly ever up to date. And that map drives me crazy because when you move the map or click a house or click outside the map or zoom in or zoom out, all your houses change. It's kind of like the VRBO stuff. It just personally don't like that.
Right.
Also, the map is the descriptions in the home area never talk about the terms. Oh, what's my problem with that word? The payment policy terms.
Right.
What's due, when it's due. They don't include it. And we have twice tried to contact an owner or schedule a tour and never heard anything back. So I don't even think those are up to date.
Most of the time, I would agree with you, they're not up to date.
Yeah, Zillow's just not that good.
Zillow's not as good as it used to be.
And then the second least favorite website, and I'll tell you why, is villageshpm.com, which stands for Hometown Property Management. This one is, I think, ran either by the Villages or affiliated with the Villages. I think their offices is on Village property. We did talk to somebody a couple times from that office, and it was the Village phone number, prefix, and all that.
Yeah.
So anyway, that one is my least favorite because, first of all, there's no map. I mean, hello.
Yeah, you kind of have to know where you're going to be living.
I want to know where my house I'm renting is. It was too unknown, okay? When you're spending this much money and you're physically moving across the country with everything you own, you want to know where you're going to put your head down at night, right? Yeah. And so I didn't like not knowing that. Also, there is a disclaimer, and I'll read it to you. It says...
Yeah, this was a no bueno.
TVHPM, which is the Village's Hometown Property Management, has the right to change homes due to any reason they see fit, deemed to be in the best interest of TVHPM. No monetary adjustment or refund will be given due for the home reassignment. So basically, you could think that you're going to get a designer home or whatever, and end up in, a colony model in the Spanish Springs area, and they won't give you any kind of wiggle room there.
Yeah, they have no determination on how to
sorry about
do anything for you. So that was a no.
Yeah, that's
now,
my 2
by the
least
way,
favorites.
we are not affiliated with any of these sites.
No, we are not.
We want no affiliation with them, and we greatly appreciate one of them.
We're
and the rest of them were
consumers, just like you guys. If you're watching this video, most likely you're a consumer and you want to know. But check it out for yourself. Maybe that fits what you like and need. Okay, my next, going up the rung of least to favorite, let's do, I guess, Realtor.com would be my...
Yeah, you can get some good information off of there.
Yeah, they are updated every 15 minutes as long as...
As long as the realtor that's involved with the lease or the owner has the realtor update the information. Once the realtor has the information and they put it into their system at their office or their computer, it updates within 15 minutes. As compared to Zillow could take a day or two.
Or weeks. Or never.
Or people really just generally forget to update Zillow.
Yeah. And Zestimates, by the way, if you're selling your house, you can never go by a Zestimate.
No.
Okay.
They can be as much as 15% off.
So on Realtor.com, you switch your, from the buy to rent, and then you can type in the Villages, Florida, or sometimes we would have to type in Wildwood, Florida to get the map to show the right areas.
Yeah, the southern part.
Yeah. And even then, it's still, if you zoom in or zoom out or touch anything, it lights up homes that are for rent outside of the villages. And so I just like that a lot. I wanted to know specifically inside the villages where I want. And ideally, you could pick a village or, you want to be in Eastport, you want to be in Brownwood, where do you want to be? And so that's the reason why my top 2 websites are Villagers Homes 4, the number 4, rent.com. And my number 1 pick is rentfromavillager.com.
Yeah.
So Villagers Homes for Rent.com I like because it has a for sale by owner.
It does.
Filter.
Area. Mm-hmm.
It has a map, although it shows the villages map only at the top in the top line. It's not specific to the houses for rent, but it does give you a great layout of where the villages are, the town squares, the pitch and putts, the golf courses, and that stuff, if you're not familiar with that already. But then once you dial into your home filter, your advanced filters, it really gives you all kinds of options. You can pick the series type, so patio, villa, or designer. You can pick the area, so like south of 44, I think is one of them, Eastport area. You can pick golf cart, fenced yard.
Whether you have a pet or not
a pool, yeah, smoking, non-smoking, pets, furnished, not furnished, all of that is on there. And so it's a really good search filter engine. And also once you click on a home, then you get the map of where that home is. So you can drill down into where that actual house is. Another thing about that website is it has a calendar where you can click into the month that you want to rent for, and it'll have the dates that it's available highlighted in green, or if it's not available, it's just whited out so you can see if it's available. The prices, the payment terms, all of that's on there for those. So that was good. But my number 1 favorite is rentfromavillager.com. The reason why I like this one, it is just, how you're either iPhone, Apple person, or Android person. And so it's just whatever's best for you, user-friendly for you. And for me, this one was it. They also have great filters, a lot like the other one, only they're, set up differently on a different, these go down the left-hand side of the screen instead of the whole screen. But you can drill down into home type. It also has for sale by owners on there, if you're looking for that. You can click all rentals, or you can click yearly rentals. You can click furnished or unfurnished. And then down on the left-hand side where all the filters are, you can go in to say Eastport or Middleton or wherever you're looking. You can pick, sort it by price. You want to see, not cheapest, but least to most.
Right.
You can pick dates. And anyway, once you fill out your filters, then it shows you the homes. Once you click on the homes, it has great pictures. I think this site has the best pictures. It's almost like they have a template that they all take the same angles of the same rooms. So it's very consistent.
Another thing about it that I liked was that they had good communication with the owner. And they would always get back to you, which is important when you're trying to figure out from some other part of the country how to get down there and what you're going to get.
You need to make a decision. Maybe you've got 2 or 3 you're interested in, and nobody will call you back. They got back with us very quickly. I think it was the same day. Yeah, same day. They also show on there really good payment terms. Again, they're all very different. So I like it because it shows month to month or week to week or however they've got it posted what the rent price is. It shows how much the deposit is, the cleaning fee, what's paid by them, what's paid by you, when it's due. And again, those vary greatly. So you just look around. There's one of them example I'll tell you about. Each home has a ID number. And so I wish I could show you, but look this up if you want to see it. This one's still available, by the way. It is a designer home, and it is absolutely beautiful, fully furnished. It's like $1,900 a month, and then it goes down to, I want to say, $1,700 a month during the summer. It is an excellent deal for a designer home. But it's in Lake Denham, and the property number is 2719. And when you're in that website, you'll see the property numbers on the top left. And you can look at pictures, you can read the terms. I mean, it was just a really pretty home. Okay, and then what else? I think that was, the rental, storage. The storage is next. So here's what I found for storage units. Got a lot of recommendations given to us on a U-Haul of Leesburg, which is over on...
For storage.
Yeah, for storage. These are all indoor, climate controlled. It's 29100 US Highway 27, and I'm not familiar with that area enough to know this, but I'm told, it's over there in Leesburg on 27. So if that makes sense to you, you'll know exactly where it is. If not, it's 29100 US Highway 27. But I also heard about another one. So I looked this one up, and this was Compass Self-Storage, and it is over on 301. So it's a little bit closer to like Marsh Bend and 301.
The west side.
This one is also very good, very clean, very new, and has excellent cameras and securities. And then I found another one, and I don't have any recommendations on this third one, but the website made it look like it was also clean and new. And it's just down the road, still by 301. And it's called Store Safe, STORSAFE, of Wildwood.
Land on.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say, just make sure that you just keep looking and looking and looking. Don't get discouraged if you're looking to rent down there.
Yeah.
And it turned out we found a really good rental, some really nice folks who...
the owners.
Yeah, they live in a different state, and we got to talk to them. We were really happy with everything that we ended up doing.
Yeah.
So just keep after it.
Our experience so far has been, that was so easy. And I'm sure that's not true for
all of them,
but I mean, it's just, you just really have to have your questions laid out and get answers. And if you don't get the right answers, there's another one down the road.
There's a bunch of rentals down there, folks. So just check out another one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I hope this was helpful. And if you have any other questions for us, please put them in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do.
Hit that subscribe button.
And if this has been helpful to you, hit the like button, share it. And there's a new feature on YouTube called Hype.
Hype.
Yeah, and you have to do it within 7 days of the video release, or else it disappears. It's grayed out. And I think it's only available on your
mobile device.
The mobile app.
So if you really enjoyed this video, you got a lot out of it, you might try hitting that.
Hype it up.
We're trying to see how that works and what that does.
It's new. I think all it does is push you out further to other people. So give it a try.
Give it a try.
And we'll be looking forward to seeing our numbers if they change. So
we appreciate all you guys. We can't wait to get down there to see you. It's not going to be very much longer.
Nope.
And we will see you in the next video. Y'all take care.
Let us know what else you want us to do.
Bye.
Bye.